My name is Amanda Tiradentes and I'm period 2, Miss Tabor's English class, and this videotape is for my book celebration on the book I read, A Man Named Dave by Dave Pelzer. This is the conclusion to his other books, The Lost Boy and A Child Called It. The scene that I'm going to do is my parents are going to act it out and I'm going to make the voices, and before I start it, it's a brief introduction. Dave's dad has just died, and his mother, who he hasn't seen in a while, called his foster mother and invited him to go to the funeral. However, she lied to him about the time and he got there late. When he got there, the priest was just giving regular announcements to the funeral, and then he just didn't mention Dave's name, so she kind of betrayed him by not putting him in as one of his dad's sons. And then she also asked for the father to be cremated, and he was a firefighter and that's not what he desired. So in the end, after people go to visit Dave, Dave goes to the parking lot where his mom asks to speak to him, and she talks about the past and, as usual, complains to him. And this is the first time that I think Dave really spoke back to his mother and said that he's not going to be treated like that anymore, and you'll see the rest in the videotape. Thank you.
You called? I don't ever remember placing a call to you. I can't keep track of everything. And don't you out of all people contradict me. You called? I don't ever remember placing a call to you. I can't keep track of everything. And don't you of all people contradict me. Not today, you little shit. I'm not saying I called or didn't call, and if I did so out of courtesy. You should have had enough sense to understand that you weren't welcome, but you... You called? I don't ever remember placing a call to you. I can't keep track of everything, and don't you out of all people contradict me. Not today, you little shit. I'm not saying I called or didn't call, and if I did so... You called? I don't remember placing a call to you. I can't keep track of everything, and don't you out of all people contradict me. Not today, you little shit. I'm not saying I called or I didn't call, and if I did so out of courtesy. You should have enough sense to understand that you weren't welcome, but you were never that bright, were you? And what in the hell's bells do you mean by having all those men fondle you as if you were something special? You listen up. I'm only brought you here from the measly Air Force out of the kindness of my heart. I didn't have to do that, you know, so you stay the hell away from me and my boys. You know who you are and what you are. You don't belong. Don't you ever step foot in my house again. Don't you have something for me? Didn't he give you anything before he passed? No, Father didn't give me anything. You're lying. I called that hospital and they checked his belongings. They said that he had the papers when he checked in. So don't you stand here and tell me those papers just up and disappeared. And what in the hell gives you the right to dispose of his clothes at his motel? I called and they said you had them when you came by and simply gave them away. So tell me just who in the hell gave you the right to march Andan? You did. When you didn't visit him, when you deliberately went out of your way not to lift a finger, when you let the father of your children, your husband, someone you've known for years, rot away in deathbed for months, you did nothing to help, but everything you could do to make him feel unworthy and isolated. Whatever I did my best. At least I would have the decency to give Father a proper burial service. I don't know why you hate everybody and everything so much. You think you're the only one who's been through hell? You're the source. You made every single person's life a living nightmare, and you thoroughly enjoyed it. You relished it. You had everything. You blew it. Not me, not Father, not grandmother, the teachers, the neighbors, your friends, Uncle Dan, Ron, Stan, Russell, or Kevin. It's not my fault. Not then as a kid, and not now. Father deserved better. No matter all the fights, his fault or yours, he deserved better. Why you pompous, filthy piece of... Don't you even think about it. Know this. Everything you've done to me, to Father, to everyone, will come back to you. The pain, the suffering, the hell, everything. Don't you try to change the subject? One of those nurses told me. He said he saw you go through his jacket pocket stealing the papers. Yeah, I have him. I didn't mean to. I meant to give them. Shut up and give me the fucking papers. Here. It was a mistake. I forgot I had them. Really, I did. I never meant to keep anything from you. I would have given them to... And now, young man, I indeed have everything I will ever need. You lose. What? All those years you tried your best to break me, and I'm still here. Father's finally free, Ron's in the service, and soon the boys will move out on their own. I'm a good person. I try my best in everything I set out to do. I make mistakes, I screw up, but I learn. I don't blame others for my problems. I stand on my own, and one day, you'll see, I'm going to make something out of myself. Whether I dig ditches or flip burgers for the Air Force, I'll be the best, and somehow, some way, I won't waste my life away. If you taught me anything, you taught me that. Stay away from me. Everything you've done to others. I pray for you every night. I swear to God, I really do. You may have your papers, your money, whatever. You can hate everybody and everything on this planet, but you lose. May God be with you, Miss Pelzer, for no one else will be.
Okay, Miss Tabor, as you can see, those are my parents somewhat trying to depict the characters, my mother as the mother, and my father as Dave. Dave, as you can see, he doesn't want to be rude to his mother in any way. Deep down, even though she hurt him, he still thinks that somehow she could be good inside. But he's not going to take any more from her. I wrote this in one of my reading responses. I use those quotes, like the last 2 minutes of it, to show that he really is courageous now, because before he would let his mother boss him around. He's older enough, and she needs to understand that. However, his mom, as you can see, doesn't seem to love him as all by the words she said, and maybe by some of the actions you saw. I hope you enjoy this tape, and sorry it's last minute due to you being absent, and hope everything is well with you. Thank you, and hope you had fun watching this tape.